No risk, no story. Think about that for a second. Really let it sink in. Every great tale, every inspiring journey, every legendary figure you've ever admired, what do they all have in common? Risk, uncertainty, the bold decision to step into the unknown. Without that moment of fear, without that leap of faith, without that moment where the odds weren't in their favor, there would be no story to tell. No legacy to remember, no fire to pass down. Life, at its core, is a collection of stories. And stories worth telling are born in moments of courage. You want a story, take a risk. You want to be more than just a name on a page. Step outside your comfort zone. Nothing epic ever came from playing it safe. The safety net might keep you from falling, but it also keeps you from flying. The truth is, if you're not willing to take the risk, you're not ready to live the story. Playing it safe might get you through life, but it won't get you remembered. It won't put that gleam in your eye when you look back at the road you traveled. Because it won't be a road, it'll be a loop. A flat circle, a routine. And I get it, risk is scary. Fear whispers that you'll fail. Doubt tells you it's too dangerous. People will say you're crazy. Your own mind will fight you every step of the way. But that's where the story lives, in that resistance, in that pressure, in that exact moment when you don't know what comes next but you take the step anyway. That's when the plot twists. That's when the audience gasps. That's when your character develops. Every hero you've ever read about had to face the fire. They didn't run from it, they walked right into it. Not because they weren't afraid, but because they were. And they moved anyway. Look around. Most people are living the same day over and over again. They're not writing a story, they're stuck on a page. Same job, same complaints, same dreams that stay dreams. Why? Because they're waiting for perfect conditions. Because they're scared of losing what little they have. Because they think safe means smart. But safety is a cage with gold bars. And while it might look shiny, it still locks you in. It still keeps you small. It still suffocates your fire. You weren't born for the cage. You weren't born to just survive. You were born to burn. You were born to write a story so full of struggle, heart, setbacks, comebacks, and triumphs that people feel alive just hearing it. Let me ask you something. What's the worst that could happen if you risk it? You fail. You fall on your face. People laugh, maybe, but failure is just proof that you tried. It means you stepped up when others stepped back. It means you cared enough to move. It means you were bold enough to believe in something. And even in failure, you grow. Even in the loss, you level up. Pain teaches, struggle strengthens. Every scar has a lesson behind it, and every bruise shows where you stood tall. What's the best that could happen? Everything, absolutely everything. You become the version of yourself that you've only dreamed of. You live wide, you inspire, you lead, you become a lighthouse in a storm. That's the reward for risk. Hope isn't found in what's guaranteed. Hope lives in uncertainty, in the possibility that it might work. That maybe, just maybe, if you give it everything you've got, something incredible will happen. That's hope core. That's what fuels those who won't settle. That's what keeps the fighters fighting, the dreamers dreaming, the believers believing even when everything says stop. Even when the odds are against them, even when everyone else has turned around. Hopecore is the music that plays in the background when your world is falling apart but you still stand up. It's the anthem of every underdog who never gave up. Do you want to be someone who watched from the sidelines, or someone who jumped into the arena? Do you want to talk about what could have been, or do you want to live it? The people who make it, the ones who change their lives and light up the world, they don't have special luck or secret formulas. They have grit, they have hunger, they have the courage to risk looking stupid, to risk falling flat, to risk everything, because they believe in what's on the other side. They believe in the story. And stories don't begin at the end. They begin with conflict, with questions, with a hero who doesn't know how it's all going to turn out, but who dares to walk anyway. So walk, run, leap, start the chapter, begin the quest. You're not too late, you're not too old, you're not too broken, you're not too anything, you're ready, right now, with what you have, as you are. If you wait for certainty, the story never starts. If you wait for approval, the fire dies. If you wait for safety, the pages stay blank. Risk isn't the enemy, it's the ink. It's what turns moments into meaning. And yes, it will hurt sometimes. There will be days when you question everything. When it feels like too much. When the mountain is too high and your legs are too tired. When you wonder if it's even worth it. That's the moment that matters most. That's the scene where everything shifts. Because if you push through that, if you keep going even then, you become something different. You unlock the next level of yourself. You start to believe in your power. Not because it's easy, but because you did it even when it was hard. You'll meet people along the way. Some will doubt you, some will leave, some won't understand. Let them go. Your story is yours, and the ones who are meant to walk with you, to see you rise, they'll find you. You don't need a crowd. You need a heart that won't quit. You need a reason bigger than fear. You need to remember that legends are made in silence, in grind, in nights alone, in tears and trials and trying again. So say yes. Say yes to the crazy dream. Say yes to the wild path. Say yes to the risk. Because that's where the magic lives. That's where the fire starts. That's how your story begins. With one choice, one step, one bold decision to go all in. Even if you don't know how. Even if it doesn't make sense. Even if no one else gets it. Say yes, and then don't stop. Keep going until the fear turns into fuel. Until the doubt becomes your drive. Until you look back and realize the risk wasn't the scary part, it was the moment you became you. You only get one shot at this life. One shot to write something worth remembering. One shot to leave your mark, to make them feel something, to show the world what you're made of. Don't waste it playing small. Don't waste it hiding your light. Don't waste it living someone else's story. This is your time, your page, your fire. Light it up, burn bright, and let the world remember that you were here, and you were fearless. No risk, no story. So take the risk, live the story, be the legend.